Hassan Korimullah was 8, maybe 9, when he saw his mother hacked to death. The pair had been on a shopping trip near their home in Myanmar when two men jumped out of the bushes with machetes, he said. Hassan took off running, eventually escaping, while his mother became another casualty of the ongoing violence in Myanmar against Rohingya Muslims like the boy's family. Now 15, Hassan is a refugee living more than 8,000 miles away from his homeland in Chicago's Rogers Park neighborhood. Though he has been in the U.S. for 2 years, he still cannot forget the moment, his mother's screams or the blood, he said. The memory often visits him during his classes. It was so difficult for me, Hassan said of his first few months in high school here. I could not learn. Chicago is now home to an estimated 1,500 Rohingya Muslims, one of the largest populations in the country. In November, U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson shifted his stance and labeled the Myanmar government's actions against the Rohingya as ethnic cleansing. Though the 400 Rohingya families here are far from the intolerable suffering Tillerson described, stress and anxiety around the crisis remain. Easily accessible on social media, news from home, where many still have family and friends, often raises heart rates. English can be frustrating to learn, good work hard to come by. Many Rohingya are also supporting family in Myanmar, splitting earnings from low-wage factory, airport, and janitorial jobs with loved ones abroad. Though the Rohingya community is resilient, the collective weight of current anxieties and past traumas has had a significant impact on refugees' mental health. This distress, research has noted, can cause post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, and panic attacks. Many things are a stress to me, said Mohammed Mutal Hussein, 43, speaking through Nasir bin Zakaria, director of West Rogers Park's Rohingya Culture Center. The center, located on Devon Avenue, is a critical anchor for Chicago's Rohingya refugees. Here, among other things, they can speak their native language, share recipes, and access English classes and job readiness workshops. Hussein just wants to send his kids to school, give them an easy future, bin Zakaria translates, but problems abound. There, Hussein recognizes a familiar word. He pauses and smiles. Problem, he repeats. I'm always thinking about these problems. Members of the Rohingya Culture Center youth soccer team play a match against Cheetown FC on December 16, 2017. The all-teen team's weekly games are part of the Culture Center's ongoing efforts to build community for the burgeoning Rohingya Muslim population in Chicago. Social media, while helpful, can be one of the sources of anxiety and stress, experts said, keeping families constantly apprised of worrying developments back home. At the center, bin Zakaria showed a WhatsApp conversation he was having with a contact in Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. An overwhelming majority of the videos and photos were of those dead, maimed or displaced by the crisis, which has ratcheted up in the past several months. Since late August, more than 630,000 ethnic Rohingya have fled an apparent systematic campaign of attacks by the military and local militias in the country's Rakhine state, the most rapid exodus of a community since the Rwandan genocide, according to Associated Press reports.